welcome back. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on the Pantone Color of the Year Ultraviolet. So this is my take on the color Ultraviolet. I decided to do a really matte, dark, smoky eye with a pop of glitter in the inner corner. I think it looks really, really good right now. I also have two lip options in the video. A nude like this one that goes well with the cool tones, and then I also have a literal ultraviolet liquid lip. So I took a bunch of shades from a bunch of different palettes because I have no one palette that contains all of these shades that I needed to create this look. So I hope you guys don't mind. You can recreate this look with anything you have, anything that is similar to the shades that I used. All the products used in this makeup tutorial will be linked down below, so make sure to check that out if you want all of the product links. Before I begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also like and comment on this video. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of my uploads. So without further ado, if you want to see my ultraviolet makeup tutorial, then just keep on watching. Okay, so this look is going to require a lot of blending and building, so be prepared for that. First, I'm starting off with the LA Girl Pro Primer, and I'm just going to be applying that to the eye and buffing that out just to get a nice even base. Next, I'm taking the Kat Von D Contour Quad in Plum, and I'm taking that light shade and I'm just setting the eye primer. Next, I'll be going in with that purpley gray right next to that white shade, and I'll just be applying and blending that into the crease just so we can have a nice base, a nice transition for all of the dark colors to come. So now for the star of the show, this is a J-Cat Beauty Melrose Avenue palette, and I'll be taking this kind of blue toned purple, and I'm just going to be packing that onto the lid, and I'm really making sure to pat and press, not so much blend right now because I want as much color payoff as possible, and I'm really taking the time to just build that color up because it's not quite as pigmented. Next, I'm taking that more purpley shade right next to it, and I'll be applying that right on top just to give it a little bit more of a purple tone and not so much blue, because we are doing ultraviolet and not just blue. Like I said, this palette is not quite as pigmented as I thought it would be, so I am having to go in and dip in many times just to build the color up. And if you're trying to recreate this look with this palette, you'll have to do the same. Now I'm going back in with that transition shade we used from the Kat Von D palette, and I'm just going to blur out the edges now. Now I'm going to focus on blending and buffing and just making it look very seamless. And now I'm just taking a fluffy, clean brush to blur out those edges because I felt like the eyeshadow went up a little too high. Now I'm gonna go back in and build up those colors again. Like I said, lots of building, lots of blending, and just trying to make this as close to the color ultraviolet as possible. Next, I'm taking the deepest shade in the Kat Von D palette with an eyeliner brush, and I'm just taking that right against the lash line just to add a bit of more depth right there, just to give me the illusion of thicker, fuller eyelashes. And I'm blending out the edges again with a clean brush. There's no added product on this. And then I'm building up the violet color again and again and again. Now I'm going to take a Essence black pencil liner, and I'm just going to be applying this right to the lash line just because I wanted this look to be a bit more smoky and sultry, so I thought adding a black in there would really add to the look. Now I'm going to take the ABH Prism palette, and I'm taking the black shade and I'm just smudging that right along the lash line just to give me a more messy, sultry, edgy type of look. I wanted this look to be very smoky, and I'm almost winging out the smudged black liner. And then I'm taking a push liner brush again with the black shadow, and I'm putting that right at the base of the eyelashes. Moving on to the face, I'm going to prime my face with the Catrice mattifying primer as per usual. And then I'm going to kind of mix these two foundations, the Milani Conceal and Perfect and the e.l.f. Flawless Finish. And then I'm just going to buff that into the skin with a Japonesque sponge. I definitely wanted a very full coverage, kind of more dewy, luminous look, and these two foundations definitely reach that for me. Then I'm going to mix the Tarte Shape Tape with the NYX HD Concealer just to give my skin a little bit more life than the Tarte Shape Tape has to offer. The NYX HD just mixes very, very well with the Tarte. And then of course I'm going to buff that into the skin with my sponge as per usual. Then I'm going to set my under eyes, of course, with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Powder. What else is new? This just sits the best underneath my eye and just gives me the most flawless under eye that I possibly can. Then I'm going to take the Milani Prep Set and Glow Powder with a larger powder brush, and I'm just going to be pressing that all over the skin just to set the face, but also to give that sheen back to it. Next, I'm going to contour my face with the Wet n Wild Contouring Palette, and I'm just going to be applying this right to the cheekbone, around the hairline, and of course the jawline, just to give my face a little bit more dimension and just a little bit more bone structure. To bronze the skin, I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I'm just going to be patting and pressing and blending that into the cheekbone, the hairline, the jawline, just so I can have a much more bronzy, more dimensional look. Then I'm spritzing my face with the Smashbox Primer Water just to make everything melt into the skin. I'm taking the Wet n Wild highlighter in Blossom Glow, and I'm just applying that to the tops of the cheekbones just so it can tie in to the kind of pinky, rosy hue that the purples have. Next, I'm taking the Essence Satin Touch blush, and I'm just blushing up the cheeks just to give me a little bit of color. Back to the eyes, we're going to go with the transition shade that we used in the beginning, and I'm just taking that same fluffy brush and I'm sweeping that underneath the lash line. Then I'm going to take that mix of blue and purple, that blurple that I made, and I'm going to be applying that right to the lower lash line, much tighter now. And then I'm taking a clean fluffy brush and I'm just blending out the edges so it doesn't look like that I have terrible under eye bags. And then I'm taking that same penciled brush with that same black shade from the ABH palette, and I'm just deepening it up. Then I'm just going back in with that blurple just to blend all of the colors together. Now this is where I kind of made a mistake. I took the Dimension shade from the Prism palette and I put it in the inner corner, but it was really, really dark, so I put this multi-dimensional purple glitter from my Delancey glitter palette right on top to kind of cover it up. But I really like the pop, as you can see, and it looks really, really interesting and very unique and gives the eye a different type of look. Off camera, I also lined my waterline with that same black pencil eyeliner, and I also applied mascara. And now for the lip, I'm taking this NYX Suede lipstick in this really ultraviolet shade. It's coming off a lot more purple on camera, but it's definitely a lot more of a bluish hue to it, but I think it really ties in the Pantone color of the year. Now I just lined my lips with the Essence lip liner in the nude. Now if you want a more natural lip option, this is the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in the shade Rebel Rose, and it really does go well with these cool tone looks because it is more of a cool toned mauve. So here is the finished look with the ultraviolet lip. Very edgy, very unique with that multi-dimensional glitter right in the inner corner. And this is with the neutral lip option, still very, very edgy, nice, sultry, smoky. So that wraps up my video, guys, on this ultraviolet Pantone Color of the Year makeup tutorial. All of the products I used will be listed in the description box below, so check it out if you want to see any of the product links. And while you're down there, make sure to subscribe to this channel, like and comment on this video, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of my uploads. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!